Welcome back to the World Orienteering Championships 2026, live from Geneva on the Italian Riviera, on the Italian coast. We're going to be right back in the center of the city soon for the semi-finals and then the finals of the knockout sprint. So much has happened already. We had the qualification yesterday where already we lost a few of the top runners, and then we've had a very tricky quarter-final this afternoon where we've halved our competition field, only half of the runners making it through to the semi-finals. Lots and lots of head-to-head racing, a few mistakes as well that have put out some of the favourites. I'm sure we'll talk through that much later, but we're right back in the historic heart of the city with lots of small alleyways and lots to test the orienteers. We have a great arena just here right by the Doge's Palace, and we're right by the sea as well. It's really quite fantastic, and we have this same arena for all of today's knockout competitions and then for tomorrow's sprint relay as well. It gives you just a sense of all the little alleyways and everything that we have in this part of the city, with some of the older and the newer areas we're going to go to as well. Well, Jonas is joining me here, and it's already been quite an exciting day, hasn't it? We've got lots more in store.
It has been an exciting day, not quite an exciting day, I would say. No, it's great orienteering. I mean, we could spot it from the picture. It's very narrow, it's old town, it's not this. Sometimes in Northern Europe or in older forest wooden built cities, when they burn down once in a while, they replant it and then you have these squares. Here it's totally different. It's difficult to navigate in the streets here, in the passages, and there are multi-level things coming in. There's some, I mean, there are really contours on the map as well, so the climbing is kind of a factor in the route choices as well. It's great orienteering. It's a great place for sprint orienteering.
Yes, as long as you're going to keep out of the way of the tourists, who I think, you know, people tend to kind of go inside in the biggest part of the heat of the day, so hopefully it won't be too many. And actually, a lot of the small alleyways, it is quite quiet in places though as well. But it's going to be a big test again for these athletes. They've only had an hour or so to kind of cool down and get ready for the next semi-finals. That's going to prove a big part. This multi-level section, Jonas has teased it a couple of times. This is going to be an important part of this course. You can see the fourth control down there on the left, and the fifth one is up a few levels as well. It's going to be very
up on the level we have the camera.
Yeah, exactly, over on the right. But anyway, they've got 2.5 kilometers then for this semi-final, 65 meters of climb. They're around about 8-minute winning time. It depends if they make mistakes or not, because this is the course, and we can tell you no forkings or anything on this course. They will all start with exactly the same map, Jonas.
Yeah, and it's quite a tricky one. You can see it there, the contours on it. So there's a route choice to the first control. Then, of course, again to the second control. It's very similar to what we have seen in the individual sprint. There's no time to relax. 4 or 5, very, very interesting leg. We will come back to this one, the multi-level control. Then there's a route choice to 6 when we go towards the arena again, because there's going to be an arena passage and a second short loop. Here they're going to have a map flip, so they can't really prepare the second part, and it might cause as well, you said there's no forking. This map flip might lead to the fact that they can't be 100% sure if whether there's a forking or not, if they don't flip it and see how short the last loop actually is. But this is the course. It's going to be incredibly intense, and especially the part with the multi-level is difficult. So this is control 1 to 2. There are contours here. You can see the red one, which I think is the quickest, but you have to see that you can go under this street there. I think this is, I mean, now it's hard to see here on the map when you see it for the first time, but of course, if there's anything the runners prepare for, then it's small passages, and here in this section they didn't open special things. Here you can cut through. It's going to be a couple of seconds quicker if you do that. It's very steep there, so you have to be careful. But this, if you have this serpentines like this these turns,
zigzags, yeah.
the zigzags, it makes it very hard to compare routes to each other because you go back and forth. And this is the multi-level. The red one, I think, is the quickest one. And the difficulty here is that you're not going up one level, you're going up 2 levels. So if you have the stairs there that are going up directly to the right, they're just on 1 level, so you can't use this one. You can see it as well, it's blocked there. So you have to go up 2 levels, and that's the difficulty here. You have to see that. So here we are already on the roof. On the right level, and you go around the corner to approach control 5.
This is so tricky because you get to control 4, you look at the stairs on the map and they're all dead ends initially. You have to go a long way around whichever way you're going.
But 2 points to this one. Once you're at control 4, it's very clear where you have to go, so you can see it, and it's something the runners prepared for, or I hope they prepared for it, because it's a multi-level shopping center. You know that it exists, so you should have prepared for it. Different routes here as well. The purple one is the shortest one. I think it's going to be the quickest one as well. So there are possibilities, even in the very end, to take a different route, maybe to decide your heat already at one of the last controls and not on the last meters.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to know how they're going to all be run. I think they could be very different.
And one thing is as well, even if you miss the route to this multi-level section, you have quite a long time again to get back into the race. So it's not over, it's not just the second to last control or anything. But of course, this can, I mean, the routes there can differ 10 seconds.
So we can introduce you to the athletes. First of all, Vera Klemetinen made the semi-finals before. This is Simona Abersold, of course, previous medalist at World and European Championships. She's not got the win yet. That was Lily Graber in her first ever World Championships. Here's Pia Youngvik, European silver medalist, took the silver in the individual medal as well. And also Lucy Dietrichova, who took the bronze medal. She, in the individual sprint, it's her second World Championship. She's a first-year senior. And don't forget, Eve van Dongen from the Netherlands. She took the bronze medal the first time this knockout sprint competition was held 4 years ago in Denmark.
Yeah, back then, the characteristics of knockout sprint were a bit different. Often you had quite a lot of time, kind of dead time to the second to last control. That was a very intense route choice to back to the last control. It's totally different today. It's going to be intense at every single control.
Okay, 5 seconds to go. Lausanne are about to go now from this map. They unfurl their maps and get ready. Only 2 athletes to make it through to the final on a very, very tricky course. So they run out here towards the start kite itself, and they do have a small route choice. How will this race be won? Will they stay together? Will they split up? Will they take different route choices early on? Will they save it to the end? And every single time now, it feels like in a knockout sprint, the planner's trying to do something a little bit different. Pia Youngvik, and Vera Klemetinen going to go a different way here. So
I thought that they would keep together to the first control. I can decide to not say that because we have seen that they actually split up. But my guess would be that they take it carefully in the beginning. Here you have such a clear favorite with Simona Abersold. I think she's going to be in the lead, executing her race in the manner she would do in an individual race and not risk anything as long as she is up there in the lead.
So there they go, that first control. It was actually slightly quicker than for Pia Youngvik and Vera Klemetinen, who jump ahead, but Abersold is going to work hard to get back up into position here. You can see how carefully she's reading her map here. There's a few barriers in the way, there's a route choice. It's actually not that difficult to execute, though, this one.
I think they're going to look around to the left and to the right quite often because it will be a risk to go on your own. It's so hard to guess or to see whether it's like 3 or 4 seconds quicker to the left or to the right, and you don't want to make a major mistake. I can even imagine at control 4, just before the multi-level control, that everyone will wait for one runner to take a decision and then they will follow it. If not, one runner feels very confident and is just trying something else.
So they're all going on what, the blue one?
No, I haven't followed
I think they're all
the developments. I would go for the blue one because it's easiest to execute. It's the least risk you take.
Oh, no, they've gone on the middle one, yeah. So now they're going up the stairs.
I think actually the stairs here, they're quite slow. It's okay in the uphill, it's slow in the downhill.
Yeah, those stairs, those ones are very, very even. The next control, another tricky one just to execute. You can see that Pia Young-Vik is a bit more prepared than Simona Aebersold here, but it's not a super high top speed here. They're all going fairly steady.
They are hesitating. There's a lot of map reading going on. It's not this attacking kind of orienteering. It's hard to see here where you really get down. This middle section where you have the bridge there, it's actually, well, it's on a small hill, so on both sides it goes down. It's quite hard to read the contours at this point. You can see this kind of bridge in the middle just by the house.
So yeah, they kind of zigzag down then towards control number 3. Number 4 is a little bit easier, and I wonder how many of them will use that control to plan 4 to 5, which will be the most difficult one. So you can see they're zigzagging down the hill here towards number 3. Then they go on this open yellow section. They can kind of cut across. They can look ahead to where their control is, and they do have some meters to try and plan the route 4 to 5.
Well executed by Klemetinen. I think she went down there and not taking the curve all the way.
But she's behind here. Let's have a look from the drone shot. That does look like Simona Aebersold in the lead, and Klemetinen a little bit off the back.
It's going to be interesting now.
Just coming up to it here, halfway up these stairs. Now watch carefully. What do they do here? Because this could be the decisive part of the race.
Looks as if she had taken a decision already. She's going to go on the quickest one. They're splitting up. She's going to do a mistake.
That will be a mistake. And Yves van Dongen, it will be a mistake from her as well.
This is going to be decisive.
They're going to hit
they can't get in. Oh, the others, they follow. Everyone with a mistake. They're not prepared for this. Now it's a good... Yeah, the last one lost the lightest now.
Who is with Aebersold?
It's Yves van Dongen.
Who's tracking her.
They have no idea where to go.
So who will figure it out first then? They're all standing still. I have to say, this is totally what I expected. This is Pia Young-Vik in the bottom right hand.
I think it's
Lily Grabe. I think you're right.
You can't go there. You have to back out. No one has taken a decision. They have no idea how to get up there. They're totally lost.
So these are the choices you can make. Aebersold went up the stairs to the bottom right, you could see. And the shortest one is the green, the shortest one is the red one.
If you're totally out of any plans, try to go to the left, to the right from the control and start with the level the control is at and plan backwards, because otherwise it's very hard to find a way in.
So Didrikova and Grabe have made a decision. They've gone down the slope, and now the others will follow. I do think the green one is the easiest to see, because you see the entry. You're going to now look at how can you get into 5? How can you get into 5? And you can see that you can approach from the west.
But you could also argue that you have been at control 3. It's easy to get back there. But I agree, the blue one is the hardest to see. And now Didrikova is a big
because I think you see the entrance to 5 quite easily.
That's what I mentioned before when I said, well, plan backwards, because then you can see the exit from the control and plan from the exit.
So Didrikova, I think, has got a mistake there. Possibly, it's hard to tell from the GPS. We're waiting for the leader then through, and I think
Pia Young-Vik did a mistake. She is now behind the others. She went to the left too early. Now about 20 seconds behind. Usually would say 20 seconds is a lot in this kind of race here.
So the youngest in the field here got the decision first, and she is away here at this control, and you can see the gap now back to the rest of the field. Who comes next? This is Simona Aebersold. It's hard to see for us in the dark here. Aebersold in second, and now we have Yves van Dongen from the Netherlands in third. There's Vera Klemetinen. We also have Lily Grabe, and a mistake from Pia Young-Vik.
Pia Young-Vik, she's too far behind. This is quite a decisive part here, a very decisive part, and I mean the gap is quite huge.
Let's have a look at Pia Young-Vik's mistake.
Yeah, she was running in there too early.
This is like a motorcycle park there, that's why it's all taped off. But yeah, that's the mistake, going too far around here, and that could be her race over, but we will see, because there's still a couple of big route choices to come.
Yeah, but I mean from here it's quite straightforward orienteering again. I mean they lost a lot of time there. Now it's quite easy to execute. I wonder if it's not too much, and we have to say, I mean, in the quarterfinal there were 3 runners going through. Here it's only 2 in the semifinals. It's very, very good for Didrikova.
And this route is quite easy to execute. This is the one I took, and it's fairly straightforward, because you're going down a long road, just straight until you get to the, say that, and she makes a slight miss here, and she's got to kind of cut through the cut through around here.
She did a mistake. The others are quite close again, but Pia Young-Leek is very far behind. Yeah, but she's with. Oh yeah, she did a big mistake.
A huge mistake. I did not catch that one. She came too far to the left, and a stressful situation here. And we reset again. Have we already seen some of the athletes through? Is Simona out in the lead?
Yeah, Simona, I think she was in the lead there.
Okay, well, they are at control.
Here
number
we have
6,
the leaders, Yves van Dongen and Simona Aebersold.
And Yves van Dongen has a clear tactic.
Yes.
She is on the back of Simona Aebersold here, and it is working for her because their damage limitation.
Well, it's working now. It didn't work in the beginning. Could have been a very bad decision, but it looks good now. They are about 15 seconds ahead of Dietrichova and Pia Young-Leek. And, well, I don't know really where you should lose 15 seconds from here.
So here we can see they took slightly different routes then towards control number 7. And we're going to see them very soon through the arena passage where they have the mat flip as well. So unlike previous knockout sprints where they've been able to plan the last few legs, it's not the case here. And they will take this control, and then they have got the arena run through. We're going to see them very, very shortly. Lots of crowds gathered at this arena passage to cheer them through here. These are the chasers. The chasers here are 11, 12 seconds down. With only 2 to go through, it's looking really good for Aebersold and Yves van Dongen with Dietrichova, who's done a fantastic job on that multi-level section. Just making the mistake there on that route choice, on the executing the number 6.
Actually, they went to the last control. I think that is a mistake by Aebersold and Van Dongen. So Pia Young-Leek and Dietrichova now, and they went to the run-in, to the last control. They have to go back.
Oh my gosh.
Now, well, I have to take back everything I said when I said I don't know where to lose 15 seconds here, because they lost it.
So they've done the wrong choice
and they
here.
have to go all the way back because you have... she missed the entrance. Well, it's a different route. You can take different route choices here.
I think actually that continuing straight on would possibly have been better.
Well, I almost guarantee you that Van Dongen and Aebersold, they are out now. Now the tactics of Van Dongen, they didn't work. It didn't work anyway.
Oh my goodness me, this could be the bit. We've already had so many shocks to this race, but navigate to the proper
It's only the
control.
first one, Catherine.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the quarterfinals as well. Okay, I'm trying to catch up with where all the athletes are because they're coming through to this square here, 9 and 10, and then of course they do have a route choice here. Interestingly, no barriers on this route choice. It's a back to basics orienteering route choice from 10 to 11. There's Lily Gray, but there's Vera Klemetinen on their way down. Here comes Pia Young-Leek from the in ahead, just shouting at the others to keep out of the way. Pia Young-Leek is ahead. Then we have Lucy Dietrichova, and then we have the other 2 runners, Graber coming here and Klemetinen. So it's Pia Young-Leek and Lucy Dietrichova, both of them with mistakes in this competition here. In fact, pretty much everybody with mistakes in this competition, and it is different routes then taken. You can see Klemetinen's going to go a different way compared to the others, but we're behind Pia Young-Leek here, European silver medalist, world silver medalist in the sprint.
And to be honest, I don't know if she noticed that the other ones went the wrong way, so I think she might think that she's in position 3, because they went to a total wrong place at just before the arena passage.
And we have the top 3 coming through to this control. There's Pia Young-Leek in the lead. Here's Lucy Dietrichova and Lily Graber into 3rd place at the last control. But a huge mistake from Simona Aebersold means she is not going to make it through. It is Pia Young-Leek to make it through. The European silver medalist has weathered it, and it is going to be a sprint here. Lily Graber has got it. Lucy Dietrichova caught sleeping on the run-in, and that is a rookie error on a race filled with rookie errors. And Lily Graber's going to make it through. Dietrichova,
to be honest,
gosh.
How could we expect a normal run-in from the last control in this semi-final? Of course, there would be some drama on the last meters.
Oh my goodness me. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a race like this. So we had
So
11
minutes on this one. It's going to be a long day today.
It is going to be a long day. So there we have with the athletes, they were minutes at the previous control, and we've got and now these athletes are all here, seeing these athletes come in, they're going to be thinking, what on earth is happening?
And especially, why are we starting like 3 minutes later than planned?
Yeah.
That's going to be the question for them. But of course, they are in quarantine. They can't see anything here. They might be able to hear something.
He's hearing something, yeah, as well.
But I don't know what happens. I mean, it doesn't help you if you can hear that they struggle in many places.
Well, right, let's have we'll see what happens here as we have the next quarter-final heading out. Cecilia Calandri, Caroline Olsen, Hedvig Fabian Gudesen, Victoria Haystack Bjornstad, Sanna Fast, and Teresa Smelikova. And this could be a final here. It's so packed. We're going to see the mistake bends of some of the athletes next as they head out towards control number 1. This is what happened to Abersold and Van Dokken.
They went from 8 to 11, so I think they might have thought that they...
doing?
I think they thought that they were on the last control, or they were not prepared for the map change. They maybe followed.
Maybe they thought that was the end.
Yeah, I think they didn't really see the markings from to the arena passage, so they followed in one direction and thought, like, if we flip the map now, or then they flipped too early and were reading like from a wrong position or something. Otherwise, I can't really imagine what happened. But well. The start here, quite easy, no drama. We have seen on the first 4 controls, different route here to control 2 compared to what we have seen, but everyone taking the same route, so that's not going to be decisive in any way. This stairs here has never been opened, I think, before. It's a private place in between buildings.
Yeah, and in between kind of, this is the sports pitch, I think, possibly. So they go up through here. It looks like it's Victoria Haystack Bjornstad leading the way, a finalist in Switzerland. And there's like knockout sprint finalists everywhere you look pretty much here in the semi-final.
But I expect it to be quite a calm race here until control 4. It looks like they would keep together more or less. There's no intention so far by any runner to take a different route choice, because I think there would have been quicker ones to the second control, would have been different options to the first control as well.
Okay, so no bother here again, going up the stairs with this route. They're all together. Looks like we've got one of the, maybe it's Sanna Fast there leading the way at the moment. We've got the red of the Dane. Hedvig Fabian Gudesen has won both the World Cup knockouts this year. She's super, super fast. She nearly didn't qualify because of mistakes she made in the quarter-final, but no issues for the athletes here, and as we might expect, they are all close together.
Yeah, and you could see that they stopped a little bit, tried to see what the other ones are doing, so no really active running here by the field.
It's so
one of the
nervous
runners
in this pack, isn't it?
Yeah, letting one of the runners, I think
it was Victoria Haystack Bjornstad.
I think she's the active one in this heat. Yeah, it is. So interesting now. We're heading towards control 3, and then at 4, it's going to be very interesting how well prepared they are. They were not prepared at all, or they thought they were prepared, of course. But then they found out quite quickly that their plan didn't work.
So taking all the switchbacks, all the zigzags around here towards control number 3. It is an easy one to control number 4, but as you can see, 5, you try and go up any steps from there, and it's just a dead end
I think
everywhere.
what really would help, if you come down here now, take a look up towards control 5, because then you see that it's two levels up. You have to go 2 levels up to get to the control. You can't really see that if you just have your head on the ground and your eyes on the ground. Lift your head, look ahead, look towards control 5. Makes it much easier to understand the levels.
But I think you also need to look at the map, because if you look at the
of
ground,
course,
you can
always
see,
have to
I mean,
look
but you
at
can
the
see
map.
places where you can go that you shouldn't go. Okay, they're here at, I'm just checking the time, 14:20 when they're here.
Yeah.
And they're all going to stop here.
There's
Smelikova looks like she's got a route. Is she going to? Oh no! Now she stops again. They've been here for 10 seconds already.
You can't take the stairs there.
Yeah, so if you go up the stairs, it is not good. You have to go either underneath the passageways or turn back around the way you came.
Have you seen that sketch of Monty Python when they were running the Olympics?
Oh, someone's gone there. 2 people have gone. 40.
And they run into bushes every now and then, and they come out again. It feels a little bit like this here.
So 27 seconds that was, and some of them still haven't got it.
Sanna Fast, I think, is in a good way.
Yep, she's found something at least. Smelikova has
Smelikova,
gone
I
as
think
well.
she's gonna go on the red one. Now it's gonna be interesting
All made a decision here.
to if Smelikova is gonna get the quicker one, because I think this is shorter. Oh, is she turning again?
Yeah, she can go this way. Others are following her here.
She's waiting for
well,
the
it's
others.
How do you know whether the routes? No, yeah, she has waited for the others. I think everybody else is going the blue route.
Yeah, but they're
And
hesitating
now they're safe
a bit.
in the pack, though.
Yeah, but they're hesitating a bit. I think it looks really good for Sanna Fast here. She was quick deciding that she wants to go on the green one, or quick and quick.
I think they're just going to pick the first one they see, aren't they?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Pick a valid route, don't move until you've got one. And that was 27 seconds, I think, before anybody moved. Like, anybody moved in a decisive direction. So we will see who gets to that control first. Will it be the pack who've gone the shorter way, or will it be Sanna Fast who's got the longer way, but she made that decision quicker? I do think the green one's the easiest to see, because you can see the entrance to this control, and here's Sanna Fast. She's there first, and now she's got another route choice to go, and let's have the gap here at this control. That was a recap then, so delayed, slightly delayed GPS. Here's the next.
Kalondri, then Gudesen, then Olsson, Edvig.
Yeah, Hedvig
Nice.
Gudesen.
Yeah, and then has Victoria Björnstad. Last one was Smelikova then.
Yeah, so they all come out of the
But what's the exit?
No, I think that's a GPS
replay.
error.
Oh yeah, it's
You
a...
can't get out that way. They've all gone the right way
Yeah.
coming back, and I think, are they going to all go the blue route? I think so. They come through this little this little underpass, and they're at the northerly-most part of that blue route now, the topmost part
And
of
you
that
can see
blue
that
route.
GPS is a couple of seconds behind.
Yeah, they're coming down this long passageway now down the blue route, straight, 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 straight. This is where we saw Dietrichova make a mistake, though.
Just at the next turn, she missed to head towards the right.
Yeah, she went left here, and you've got to go down past this small cafe. Okay, I think we're going to quickly hear them from Simona Aebersold.
Here with Simona Aebersold, knocked out in the semi-final. Very, very dramatic semi-final. What was your experience of it?
Yeah, I think it was a really chaotic semi-final. We all stood around the control 4 because no one saw a way to number 5. And then we eventually found it. That was number 2. And I thought, okay, now I have to focus again. And then I turned the map before the arena passage. And it wasn't marked from the control as it said on the map that it was. So I didn't know where to go, or it seemed like the marking went to the right, and I continued, and there were fans cheering, and then the banners continued, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is the arena passage, let's continue with the rest. And then suddenly you see the finish line. So yeah, I think they're discussing it right now in the jury, because we just think that it's not fair when it's on the map that it's marked and it's not marked from the control. You should be able to turn the map before the control and then follow the banners if it's like that on the map.
We'll see how it ends, Simona. Thank you.
Well, yeah, it sounds like maybe it'll be some tricky moments here. There we have the athletes, 4 of them together at this control.
Yeah, I can see that Sanna Fast was caught again by the others.
Yeah, and they're all together here. 6 athletes here going through the arena passage. No problems at this point. As they come through the arena passage, they punch control 10. They've only got 3 more controls left to go, and it's Sanna Fast in the lead. Then Hedvig Gudesen, then Caroline Olsen, the world silver medalist.
And we lost Smelikova there. She's the only one a bit behind, so I think she's going to have a hard time there to get into the fight again. But it's going to be between the others, and it's calming down a little bit. It's definitely exactly what Hedvig Gudesen wants here out of this race. She wants to be up there in 3rd position, trying to avoid big mistake, trying to avoid to be forced to be active as well, and then wait until the last control.
Yeah, she's almost running into the back of the others here as they go. They've just kind of been through this square on their way to control number 9. Not the shortest route, but it doesn't matter. They're all in the same way. And now, of course, they will be plotting their route from 10 to 11. Do they go with the pack? Do they follow somebody? Do they try and take their own route? It's going to be so interesting with only 2 to go through to the final.
And it's, of course, the GPS doesn't have very good connection here in the narrow passages of Genoa.
Very strong in the very end of the courses. So let's see.
So I guess we're going to see them very soon. Here we have them, Sanna Fast ahead of Caroline Olsson and Hedvig Wahlberg Gudesen. Then it is Victoria Hesta Björnstad, and we are missing Cécile Gallandry. She's the quickest one.
So she's taken a different route. Great work there from the French athlete. And now we've got a tricky time. You can see the pace is lifted. Sanna Fast goes a different way though. She's gone towards the left. All the others have gone straight on. I think it could be good cutting through there, possibly. It depends how you execute it. Calandry's gone like towards the top of your screen there. I thought it was Calandry. No, clearly it wasn't. It was Sanna Fast. Everybody else together, so we will wait at control number 11 and see what happens, because Calandry, then Fabian Gudesen, Caroline Olsen working hard to try and gap match with the others. There's Sanna Fast, and there she is behind. She won't be able to make it back, so Calandry, Gudesen, and Olsen with Victoria Hesta Björnstad just slightly behind here. There's the control, and it's only the running to go. Who's going to make it through? It's going to be a really close sprint finish here, and I would back the Dane, but Caroline Olsen's working hard here. It's going to be super tight. I do not know that Calandry is through, but then we're going to have to take a sprint finish.
We have seen that many times of her, but never that extreme. That was on the edge of not being in fair play anymore. That was a clear step to the left. And
so we'll
quite
see.
A late one.
We will see, because we were right on that finish line and we did not see it.
I saw it, actually. I would say it's
you were looking at the screen.
Yeah, but look at this. She's really...
I think Caroline Olsen got there anyway. I was looking at the finish line in reality, and you were looking at the other one. I don't know. Don't know who that's going to... clearly, Calandry, the European champion, has made it through. And
one
then
thing
we'll
you have to say, she's not holding back, but she's clearly trying and actively trying to close and take a step to the left when they're on the same height. And Olsen's quite angry. Which I can understand, honestly.
So I'm sure there will be some discussions to see who we advance through. At the moment, I've only marked out on my paper that Calandry is getting through. So we have our final semi-final then here with the next 6 athletes to see which 2 can join the others into the final. And I say the others because I still don't know who's actually going to have been advanced here. I know there will be discussions with the jury and things like that to see who we advance through.
Time-wise, I think it was Gudesen, but let's see what happens.
Let's have a look, because we've got 10 seconds to the start as Rita Maramosi, Malin Egervik Christiansen, Teresa Roturi, Hannah Lundberg, Maya Sienoja and Annabelle Dullen line up. 6 different nations here, and athletes, lots of these athletes who can see reasonably making it through to the final. We've got Hannah Lundberg, who won a thanks to the men's for some sloppy orienteering a few days ago in the individual. Maya Sienoja is in good shape. Teresa Roturi has made a few finals before. Malin Egervik Christiansen as well, we've got some good pace, but maybe not made a few mistakes here. Annabelle Delaine, the same. They're all good. They're all good.
I mean, and it's not really in this kind of race. It's not really about previous results. I wouldn't even say it's so much about who's the physically strongest runner, who's the quickest orienteer. It's the one that keeps calm the longest and can see routes like from 4 to 5 and then also 5 to 6. Like who keeps calm, who's able to read ahead and solve the puzzle to control 5 quickest.
So you can see they're all running together, but they are all reading their maps here as they approach control number 1. Malin Egervik Christiansen just looking ahead and looking around as well. And they're all just nice and slow into that control. Nobody wanting to do anything different. Look at how slow it is here.
They run beside each other as well. But we have seen this kind of tactical games many times so far. There was some action with the tourists.
They might go through this gap here. Yep, they
not
do.
Sienoja.
Not Sienoja. So the others will go on this straight route, and then they will take the steps up towards the control. Sienoja, a different route. And of course, will they have seen that she's dropped off the back? Will Sienoja have managed just to jump the others?
I think Sienoja's route is quite okay. You save a couple of meters climbing, especially you don't have to climb that quite steep stairs just before the control.
So this group here will go round and up the stairs.
And of course, Sianoja taking a different route forces them to be a bit quicker, be a bit more active, because now you can't just jog here.
They've got to go up these stairs, and you can see there they do try and take it a little bit faster than we saw when all the group were together. So who
Honestly, I
gets
don't
this
know
route
really if
first?
they realize that someone
I don't
went
think they
another way.
I think it's very hard to see whether there's 5 or 6 in this group, and Sianoja was right at the back when she dropped the others, and I think she's
Different
ahead.
routes here. I think
yes.
Agevik Kristiansson went to the other route, but let's be honest, I mean, it won't matter too much, but because I can't really see that someone solves this, well, let's call it a puzzle to control 5 without any hesitation. So I think they will be all together at control 4, or just after control 4 at least.
So we can see just on the left of your screen, control 3, and they all come back together here with some of those approaching kind of through a little tunnel under the old wall here. They'll double back and get to the 3rd control. And then the 4th control, the really, really tough part of the course.
I will take the time again to see how much it takes for them.
Yeah. Here waiting at the 4th control in this level section. And they should have prepared this level section, but what the organisers have done is they've basically cut out a middle, so there's only 2 levels. They might have prepared their big
it
one.
might be that they expected it, if there's levels, that it's level 1 and 2, but not level 1 and 3, because it's very hard to mark on the map. I mean, here it's almost impossible to see that there's a level up from those first stairs to where the control is. You have to look up into the terrain in order to understand it, or you have to read backwards.
Okay, so here they come. Mara Morosi is towards the front, so too is Annabelle Delaine. And here they are into this control. What happens? We started our timer
Yeah,
as to see how long it takes.
some jogging going on. Going so
They'll go up
part
the
they're going
stairs,
up the
and
wrong.
they
There's
will-
someone going out
Someone's
right
doing the correct
correctly.
route. Who is it?
Yeah, 2 runners.
3
Yeah, I
runners
think
now
Agevik
doing the
Kristiansson
correct
is
route.
there.
Yeah, you can see the red.
Sianoja.
Lundberg is there.
Roturier.
Agevik Kristiansson and Roturier are the 3 that have gone the right
Morosi.
route. The other 3 have not seen. So Sianoja, Delaine and
We
Mara
have half a
Morosi.
minute since they punched.
This is
Still
good
3
work
runners
then
here.
from these 3. And I think
It
it
was
was Hannah
so-
Lundberg who saw it first.
Yeah, it was very good. She was very quick, actually.
Will they cut up this slope? I
We
think they
still
will.
have one runner standing here.
I think it's Delaine.
Yeah, it is. And
Then-
Mara Morosi.
Yeah, Sianoja's got the route, and it's these 3, Malin Egevik Kristiansson, Hannah Lundberg and Teresa Roturier, who have got the route here. And this might be it decided, although I did kind of say that after the first semi-final.
Yeah, but now here, I mean, the others, they hesitated for such a long time. And in the first semi-final, it was really one factor till with, to it when they did mistake at the run over. That's really something else. But I can understand what Simon Abersold said there in the interview. I mean, what you do at the last control is you flip the map because
Early.
you think there's no
taped,
questions.
You should follow the tapes, it's follow the markers. And she thought she was following the markers.
Yeah.
Whether the jury will agree how exactly it was positioned there, they can look back at the video footage and then take some pictures about what they saw on the ground, whether it was reasonable. But I mean, if in doubt, you read your map. But then, you know, she thought you just follow, because she's made that mistake before. Do you remember the relay in WOC last year?
Here we have the first. No, it was not the first one.
No, we were talking too much.
Yeah, we have to focus here again. Sianoja was there. It's Mara Morosi, but the others have. We just don't have the split times.
Yeah, and here are
Because
the
here we
others
are,
already
the others.
making their way towards control number 6. And again, they've chosen this route choice, very well executed here. It's a nice, easy one to do. You go straight down. It's a blue route choice. And you can see the gap then back to Sianoja and Mara Morosi. And of course, Sianoja will have no idea where the others are. They really snuck off those 3 without the others noticing. It was
But
really,
I think
really
they
good.
know that they were quick taking a decision.
Yeah.
And they were really quick. I think she was standing there for about 5 to 7 seconds only.
It was really impressive. And now, of course, we've got, I think it's still Lundberg ahead, then Malin Egevik Kristiansson, and then Teresa Roturier. Yeah, 3 athletes worthy of the final, and they've got to stick very close to this building here for this next control. This is a 6th control. A route choice here down towards the next one, and they will go very close to the line here, down some steps. The 3 athletes, 2 of them will make it through to the semi-finals. And they're going to go drop down the steps here. Still Hannah Lundberg ahead. And of course, when you have all these steps, you just can't read the map. You've got to simplify a lot. You've got to use any moment you can to read the map. It is not easy. They're on their way to the 7th control. We've got just the arena run through and then a few more controls to go. Here they are. That's the gap back to Sienoja in the 4th, and they're taking the route very close to the line, but involves the steps here to 7.
Yeah, I think it's not the quickest route, 6 to 7, because you have those steps and you lose a bit of time. But let's be honest, doesn't really matter if all 3 of them take the same option to control 7.
And Teresa Roturi here, I'm a bit surprised she's coming off the back of these athletes.
Yeah, but we have had that gap now for a while, and my feeling is that it's starting to grow a little bit.
Yeah, so here's the 8th control, or nearly at the 8th control. Just in this passageway, and then they're going to go through to the next one.
Now they definitely put something there on the floor.
Well, I don't know if that was there in the first one or not. I didn't see it. Now Malin Egevik Christiansen into their lead ahead of Hannah Lundberg, and Teresa Roturier will know she has to do something different, I think, in order to get ahead of these 2. Only 2 to go through.
I mean, there is a route choice waiting now. We've seen runners before not taking the quickest one. So the quickest one is to turn right here just after the start, and then take this small passage.
The second one, yeah. Because then you have a good route into 9. We'll see which way they go. It's
Yeah,
Morosi,
take this one. It's good.
Yeah, because it's under
now
the
they
cover.
have to turn to the left.
Yeah, very good running through here. And then they'll go under another, take a right, go straight across underneath another little passageway. And across to the 9th
control.
No, yeah, 9th control.
It's going to be interesting now. Is Teresa Roturier able to get back again into the fight for the top 2, which is needed to get through to the final?
So I think Cécile Calondri went to the west here and really actually overtook the others. But they've all gone that way here. You can see the final route choices into.
Oh, and now she's up there. Roturier.
Yeah, back in the pack.
And the different routes by Lundberg. This is going to be interesting. I don't... she missed the entrance.
More from the mistake, I think,
yeah,
here
she went to the first one, and she would have needed to go to the second one. So I think this, you can see it there. She turned up the one that Sienoja soon is going to take. Yeah, so now it looks very good for Malin Egevik Christiansen and Teresa Roturier.
Yeah, Lundberg, she's got to get that right, and here they are in at the last control, and it looks clear for these 2, a clean race here. Teresa Roturier looks behind to see Hannah Lundberg, but they are going to be clear, and Malin Egevik Christiansen and Teresa Roturier both are going to advance through here to the final. Big cheers and great success there for both of those 2 athletes, and a mistake for Hannah Lundberg right at the end.
A tough day for Sweden, and I can tell you, so from semi-final 2, here's the final referee decision. Gudesen is disqualified, and Olsson is promoted to 2nd place. So Gudesen, due to the step to the left on the last meters out, I was just about to say that it's quite a tough day for the Swedish team, but now we have Olsson back in the fight.
And a referee decision also, the Danish is disqualified. So that means that Karin Olsson will take part in the big final from that heat because of the disqualification. in the in-round in the finish from Hedvig Wagen, Julius and Jamon. Maja Singemoja.
This is going to be, this is open up for a lot of discussions here because, I mean, for sure she's taking a step to the left. I mentioned that. I don't think it's the, well, it's really, really fair play to do it, but she's not holding back. She's not getting an arm in front of her. She's, but at the same time, she's actively trying to close it. And as I said, I don't. It's not necessary to do. It's not the best sportsmanship, but is it really unfair? Well, you heard my opinion. I didn't think it was nice played, but it's definitely opening up for discussions and, well, about like generally how do you handle situations like this? Because
I think it's the first time I've ever seen someone disqualified for that
a similar situation in Edinburgh.
Yeah, in the final.
Both of them, both athletes were transferred to the final. Today it's a disqualification. I think it's the first time we actually see a disqualification. It's going to open up discussions about where to draw the line and what's allowed and what is not allowed. So let's switch to the men's semi-final, and this heat here, one of the biggest favorites of the day here, Thomas Heikkilä. And one of the surprises of the quarterfinal, Cooper Horley looked very, very strong. And another runner from down under, Tim Robertson from New Zealand. And Matthias Barros-Valle, the European champion in the individual sprints. And of course, well, this is a very, very strong semi-final. We also have Guillaume Verhoeven and Thomas Krefta, of course.
Yeah, this is really, really packed, and no rush to get off to the start.
Not the most active start.
I mean, we said this was the quarter-final that had fed into here was the trickiest one, and actually Barros-Valle trying to make it a little bit speedier here.
And now it's a bit higher speed here, but I expect them to stay together. Everyone, not everyone. Is it Tim Robertson?
Yeah, it's a dark kit.
Is it camera operator?
Yeah, I can't see Tim Robertson here.
But remember the World Championships in Denmark, I think it was, when we had Tim Robertson doing his own race all the time. It's really his kind of playing this knockout sprints.
Yeah, well, it worked for him here because he's about to approach the next control in this semi-final. Here he comes. And he's a little bit slower actually here, but he's going to go a different way to the next control as well. And obviously the others will have seen, of course, that he's taken that different way. They'll know that the speed has to be high here. Robertson's, I think his GPS is just not working. Yeah.
So we can also say that the complaint on behalf of Simone and van Dongen was rejected. So they won't be in the final then. But
yeah, I think we just disregard Tim Robertson's GPS there. Another different, no, not sure it is different routes here. As they climb up the hill then here towards the next routes. Going to hear from one of the athletes knocked out. Hannah Lundberg just knocked out of that last semi-final. About the very small mistake that she did that knocked her out, but everybody, at least the ones we can see here, all together on their way to number 2. Let's hear from Hannah.
Here with Hannah Lundberg, just knocked out after a close semi-final. A little mistake towards the end. What's your general experience of the race?
Yeah, you don't have time for that kind of mistakes in the end of a knockout. Everyone knows that. So yeah, I'm not so happy with that. But at the same time, we have one Swede in the final, so I'm really happy for Karo.
And what happened there towards the end?
Yeah, I was too, I don't know how in Sweden we say het på gröten, but I guess it's like I want to kill this. So then I lost a bit of the focus on the orienteering, and that's, yeah, the small mistakes have a really big, yeah, it's a really big difference in the end then.
That's all, Hannah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That can translate for you. here på gröten is eager for the porridge.
Too keen, making mistakes. I'm just checking, we do have 6 runners there. It looks like Tim Robertson in the lead as we approach the 4th control, which is the really tricky one.
And let's see how the men handle this task here. We had quite many of the heats where we had the runners waiting for quite a long time, taking them a long time to take the decision. You can see that what I think is a bit of a difference, you can see that the men are really, they seem to be reading the map very carefully. You can even see that a couple of the runners, they didn't manage to take the quickest route to control 4, which is a quite an easy one, which shows me that they try to prepare the next one. But let's see how they handle it. There's a stop going on there. Tim Robertson behind. Everyone going up the wrong stairs.
Is all wrong here.
What's Robertson doing? He's hesitating. Can't go up there. He can't go up there. Robertson is the one looking for me as the only one that seems to have a bit of control. Now we don't see the others, unfortunately.
They should come back.
Yeah,
they
come back here. Now they took a turn. Now they go the right way.
Well, do they?
Is still waiting there, and Robertson as well.
So they go all the way around and down.
But as Tim Robertson, of course, it's good that he waits. But if you don't understand it at all, and everyone else is leaving the area, might be the time to leave it as well.
So I think they're all on the green route now.
Yeah, or they're still hesitating. Now they're back. Everyone's back.
So it's over
now
a
I
minute.
think Tim Robertson has control. There's someone running up the stairs. Is Matthias Barros-Weihe.
Someone else is going the other way.
Cooper
and
Hawley
is going back alongside one of maybe the
I'm almost
Finn.
sure that Cooper Hawley doesn't know where to go, but he has seen one of the runners. Well,
it's Verove who's
he's
gone.
In the Rove. He has control. I go with him.
Gone. Barros-Weihe and Heikkilä still don't have it.
Trying every of the possibilities, and Barros-Weihe going with him. There's one.
Robertson's turning back as well.
Now it looks good for Verove and Cooper Hawley.
And now one of them has gone underneath the pier. So these 3 definitely not doing very well.
Yeah, but Cooper Hawley, I think they and Verove, they now have about 20 seconds of an advantage. They will be the first ones here.
And I think Robertson's got the blue route now.
Yeah.
And then a few still haven't got it.
Yeah, but
I think that's Krivda, and I really can't pick out the athletes here. But Verove and Hawley have got it.
Down there, and
Robertson and Barros-Weihe have got it, and Heikkilä and Krivda take it. I mean, it was well over a minute there. And
it's going to be Verove and Hawley with quite a lead here at control 5. Hawley drops a bit behind. I'm a bit concerned that he still doesn't really know where to go. Now he has the chance of his life to get to a World Championships final in the knockout sprint.
Yeah, so here they come then. This is Guillaume Verove.
This is Guillaume Verove. Where is Cooper Hawley? Does he know where to go? Here she is. And where's Tim Robertson? How big is the gap between Hawley and Robertson? Because Hawley is now a big chance here.
And he's got to believe here. He won't know where the others are.
And his tactics
is Tim Robertson.
Really paid off. He was there. I'm 100% sure that he didn't have a clue where to go, but his tactics were, do I see anyone leaving this area? I'll just follow. And he put his money on the right horse today. But it's still, I mean, the gap between Hawley and Robertson is not big, so this is going to be interesting.
And then the others, Barros-Weihe way down, Krivda and Heikkilä also a long way down. So it'll be one of those 3, Verove, Hawley and Robertson. Well, 2 of those 3 to make it through. And we're behind Guillaume Verove, of course, the silver medalist from a few days ago in the individual. And he's got so much success, making the final in both Switzerland and Sweden in the World Cups. And he, for me, is a really good knockout sprinter. And here he comes in the lead here.
Yeah, and for Cooper Hawley, I think he would have needed to stay closer to Verove. I don't really know why he let him go there. I mean, he started
Maybe he just doesn't have the legs. Like, you know, Verove saw the route and he went for it.
Yeah, but you don't. I mean, they rested the control before for a couple of minutes. You can follow a minute. Almost everyone can follow for a minute.
So Verove and Robertson are going to go different ways. Just checking the punch there, I think, from Tim Robertson. And will he go down the steps? He does, and I think that's maybe advantage for Cooper Hawley because he's going to go not the steps way. This is the steps way we can see above here from Tim Robertson. Goes down. He's a couple couple of flights and steps to the pride flag and down towards the hill. And I think Cooper Hawley's gone the way that's avoided the steps here, and will head down towards control number 7. There he is, Verove and Hawley, the comparison. And will Hawley or Robertson get there first?
And I agree with you. I think it's Hawley advantage on this one. And then it's about 2.5 minutes left of the course.
So here he is at the arena passage, because you can see the way out when you go into the control. Who comes through
Here's
next,
Cooper
and what will the
Hawley.
gap be? It is Australia and
There's
then
Tim
New
Robertson.
Zealand. You can see the yellow and the green shorts of Australia. There's loads of Aussies out here supporting their team. They're going to make a huge amount of sound. He's 17 seconds down.
Yeah, and what a chance again, I have to say it again, what a chance for Cooper Hawley here to reach probably his best result ever in the World Championship final.
So this fight here between Cooper Hawley and Tim Robertson, and they've gone through the arena passage, no problems. And Verove, looks like he's got a good route here towards control number 9. He's
It's
got
not
a
the
17
best
second
route,
gap.
but it's
though.
an okay route.
Yeah, you can see all this scaffolding here.
Last loop to go, and then we have the fight. Cooper Hawley,
Is this a mistake?
I
Or is
think
this?
it's
No,
a
I think it's just a
GPS
mistake. Yeah, he's going to come back through here. Will Hawley and Robertson take a different route? Will they get a little bit closer?
Robertson going. Is he going to the left there? I mean, you can do that,
Yeah,
of
you can
course.
do it.
But I think
And
advantage Hawley
then
again.
it's the same route back that you can do 10 to 11.
Yeah, but I think advantage Hawley on this route again.
Here's Verove going in towards the control. This is control number 10. It's going to back out of here and then just one more control now. And it is very narrow streets. It's not too crowded. He's got to be careful not to see anybody else coming in from the other direction. And a clear gap here as our running camera operators go and pick him up with the running cameras.
And I mean, the interesting question now, how has the gap developed here between Cooper Hawley and Tim Robertson? It's Hawley first.
Hawley looking back, known from the arena passage that he's in second place. He just has to stay calm here now. And the gap has grown now at control number 10.
Yeah, now I think he's quite safe here if he doesn't miss the control. It's 13 seconds to let's say 12 seconds. No matter what route he takes, if he doesn't do a mistake, he will be through to the final.
Well, Guillaume Verove has been very impressive in knockouts. It's going to be another final for him today. Making no mistakes here. He says he can't really believe it here. His mind is blown with his competition that he's been having here. And let's wait for Cooper Hawley.
We're going to lose two or three of the big favorites of today in this heat, because Thomas Heikela is out, Matthias Barros-Valle is out, and Thomas Krifta is out. But we have from Australia to the final, what a surprise, Cooper Hawley. I would not have had that name on my list this morning, but he was very good in the quarterfinal. He seemed confident and he played it well, and well, he was a bit lucky. I said it before, he gambled a little bit, or he gambled a lot, but he won a lot out of it, and now he's in the final.
Yeah, he took the right tactics there. So we're going to move so quickly on to the next one. They're running long, 10 minutes for that one, 10 minutes and 40 seconds. And now we have our next semi-final number 2.
And the question here, I mean, we have one big favorite here for the day, and we have one control that can destroy everything.
Yes, and our favorite being...
Yeah, of course, it's Kasper Fosse. He's such a strong runner. I wouldn't be surprised if he would be able to actually prepare this one in a way to not hesitate too much. But we have seen everything today, so it's very difficult with the predictions.
Yeah, it's really not a day for making predictions. It's Kasper Harlan Fosse, Axel Irohala, Timo Suter, Zoltan Bidoso, Fabian Abersold and Joe Lynch, who was advanced after a disqualification for Jonathan Gustafsson. He didn't go to one of the controls. So there we go. Our 6 athletes, 2 of whom are going to make it through to today's final. And we're going to hear very soon from one of those who's just knocked out, from Tim Robertson, who was only just Well, he was very close to making it through at some point. Here is Tim.
And here with Tim Robertson, third in the men's semi-final. We just saw Tim. What did you make of the race today?
Feels a bit like an opportunity lost when our group sprung as badly as they did on the fifth control there. All of us just couldn't find a way forward. The group went up the stairs. I'd seen that you couldn't get anywhere from the stairs, so I stayed down the bottom, but I just couldn't find a way around this underpass. Eventually I did, but I was on the wrong side of the two underpasses that go under and then end up on the other side with the out of bounds section. Ended up on the wrong side. Didn't realize that I could have continued that way, so real shame, but tricky courses, we fell into the trap.
And the final duel between you and Cooper Hawley, what did you make of that?
Oh no, he was away. He punched 5 a bit before me, and he's so strong physically. I didn't have a chance catching up to him again. Tried to take my own route choices at the end, but there was no time to be one against him there.
That's all, Tim. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Tim Robertson just missing out there. He said he found the route to 5, but then couldn't execute it. But let's take us into this race.
You can see that they split it up. Joseph Lynch turning to the right quite early, having to take these steps there. I think it's a bit better what Abersold and Foster are executing, especially Abersold did it well. This one, because the steps there, they're really easy to run, and the other ones where we have Joseph Lynch, they are steep and not that good. They're okay up in the uphill, they're very slow in the downhill.
Yeah, really wide steps there. And now they're on their way to control number 3.
There's a mistake. There's definitely a mistake.
Yeah,
you can't run
go
up
to
there.
the top
Is it? I think it's Abersold.
Not sure.
It looks like the body language looks like Abersold. Yeah.
So Foster, Suter and Ruhala come there, and then
Running style was Abersold.
I think it was. I don't think it, because Joe.
I think Lynch was in the lead there actually. But we know as well that Foster was on another route.
But I think that mistake won't matter for Abersold because he's going to catch them all up when they all.
Yeah, exactly. It is saved by the trap.
Yes.
which wasn't called a trap by the course planner.
No, the course planner was insistent that there were no traps on this course, nor on the sprints. I think the athletes will heavily disagree. This is Joe Lynch in the lead, I think, here from New Zealand, who was advanced through to the semi-final after a disqualification. And let's have a look.
So, Joseph Lynch, how well prepared is he?
Look at
So
Foster. Foster goes
going
wrong.
up the stairs, everyone else following. Well, I can understand that. Put your money up.
Abersold at the back. Zoltan Budoso doesn't follow. Abersold does.
Well, I can understand that Abersold is following. Or follow, because he didn't have a lot of time to prepare. Who is going to get this first?
That's Foster, and followed by...
Foster has it. It's like rolling the dice
Followed
here.
maybe by Lynch, and they're all together now.
Yeah.
And that was about 35 seconds to make that decision. And now they all go the same way. Of course they do. They're going to follow Casper Foster.
Yeah, of course. I would do that as well. I would try to do that as well.
So this semi-final...
Abersold doing another mistake. How did it?
It's going to go all the way around the building.
Say. It's too hot on the porridge.
Yeah, too keen.
I'm not sure if it's just a cheap. Actually, it might. Oh, did he cut over the street there?
Because they all went through there, didn't they?
I think so.
I think he must have cut over the street.
I think he's in the out of bounds.
Yeah.
I'll play the replay. No, he's definitely out of bounds, so he's going to be disqualified.
Yeah, he will be disqualified. They definitely all I think I saw all 6 of them go under that section, right? And maybe is that mistake from Lynch there, going down too early? It's hard to tell with the GPS. But well, of course, we'll see them at control number 5.
Here's Foster.
So here's Foster, and we've also got Axeli Ruhala. Here's Abersold, but he will be disqualified. And Zoltan Budoso is in there as well.
Suter.
And I think Joseph Lynch maybe a little bit.
Yeah, so I think We can see that Lynch and Abersold are out. The others, I think, are still in the fight. Ruohola, yeah, we can't trust the GPS here.
No, obviously they're kind of underneath the building here. It's really hard to see where they're going, but we can follow the athletes. Let's look at this from Abersold.
Look at Abersold cutting the street there. Can't do that. I mean,
so maybe he thinks he's on the left one?
I think he's just full of adrenaline and doing whatever to get away from there.
So Lynch has made a mistake on the execution of control number 5. Abersold is going to be disqualified because of going in the out of bounds.
Yeah. I wonder what they are doing. You can't really take him out at the run over, I think.
No, I don't think so.
Have to wait for the proof from the control.
So on their way here towards control number 6. Here it is, Kasper Fosser in the lead. Then Akseli Ruohola, the European bronze medalist, coming back here. Oh, this is a different route that they're going. It's valid.
You can
avoid
take
some steps. You can absolutely start sprinting down this hill. And they will sprint.
I think it's better than taking the stairs.
It's longer, but you can run really fast down these slopes. It's nice, not too steep running. And then you can actually plan ahead a little bit as well, like towards control number 8. So cutting through this corner around the steps. Joseph Lynch going a different way. See, that is the longest route of those marked. Lynch going a shorter option. Let's have a look here as Kasper Fosser, Akseli Ruohola, and our running camera come through here. 2 of them clear at the moment. A lot of people just looking to the right slightly there. Here's Kasper Fosser. And Ruohola. Then Zoltan Budoso. Is he going to notice that he hasn't seen the control? Will Budoso come back?
He's going to be disqualified.
So Budoso, okay, so we've got to count out Abersold and Budoso here. Because, in arena commentary, has got to be careful.
That's the classic case. He already flipped the map before he approached the control, and then he forgot to punch the control.
Okay, so we're looking here, Fosser, Ruohola and Suter. They're the only ones in the mix here. And everything happening on some dramatic semi-finals, including knocking over a table.
Putting a trap there for the next one to come.
And they are running through the streets here on their way to control number 9. As our running cameras try and keep up with the speed of Kasper Fosser. Kasper Fosser, Zoltan Budoso, and we've got Akseli Ruohola, but Budoso will be disqualified because he didn't punch control number 8.
And how big is the gap down to Suter, the next one in the fight after Ruohola? It's a bit too big, isn't it?
Yeah, somehow Abersold and Suter have kind of dropped back here. So Fosser, we really thought it would suit Fosser, didn't we? And he's done a fantastic job here. He's going to go a different way, but actually Budoso, we can't count him in it. The other 2 going this way through the scaffolding. And here they come on their way to the last control. These 2 look like they're going to go through. So even with disqualifications coming later down in the field, these 2 hopefully will cross the line first, and they will be the ones advanced through to the final. The green one, 2 meters shorter from Budoso. Here he is. Just careful reading there from Ruohola. Not sure where Fosser is. Maybe he's already here in the arena. No, where's Kasper Fosser? Zoltan Budoso will not go through. Where's Kasper Fosser? And we will have the punch that Ruohola will go through. Where
I think he ran the arena passage again.
Oh my gosh.
And then it's going
to be Abersold because he will be disqualified as well. So Suter is going to go through here. And what a dramatic race here, because I think Ruohola and Suter are the ones who are going to go through.
Fosser went to the arena passage. What's happening to the couple, Fosser and Abersold? They're having struggles with this arena passage here.
Yeah, they really are. And Foster knows he is out, so
I think he might have punched again at control 8, thought it was 11, and then went through the arena passage again, so he never was at the last control. Not in the first place, he went then back for it, but Foster out. And what a dramatic knockout sprint.
I don't think I've seen anything like that.
So this is where Budozo is missing the control. See it here?
He runs straight past.
He just thinks the other missed the control, that they do a mistake.
And you can see Abersol's almost going, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, and then Abersol comes to the finish, thinks that he is through, but actually he cut over as well.
Yeah, Abersol will be disqualified. This is Foster's mistake then.
Yeah, look, he punched at control 8, and he follows, of course, the signs there and gets to the arena passage, has to go back again. Well, this is his mistake, of course. He has to be prepared to go all the way to the last control.
Super, super tricky then, and what a dramatic race with big disqualifications there. You have to do the reading the whole way around. This is Abersol, I think, and Foster talking about maybe the 5th control.
Third and last semi-final for the men.
They get their GPSs out right.
Here in
So we start with the third and final semi-final.
Let's take a deep breath here.
I know. It's been a lot, and we've still got one more semi-final to go. As we see the 6 men lining up here, they will not have known the chaos that has come before them.
Where are you going to put your money on here then? Who's going to keep it calm?
There's no point putting money on anybody here, is there? So, well,
I would put it on
Yannick
Perrin.
Perrin, okay.
I trust him, his orienteering skills.
Yeah, can we get 2 French guys into the final?
And well, now I think Timo Suter is going to go through, right? So then there's one Swiss to the finals. It is a tough day for Switzerland and Sweden as well. So I think Isak von Krusenstjerna, the only
Swedish hope now.
Yeah, beside Kalin Olsson.
Yeah, he was the only Swedish man to make it through to the semi-finals. And here they go, starting in this arena. And French Jonas taking the lead here at the moment, with Araho from Finland right at the back. Slightly different routes here. Taking the climb in a slightly different place. But they've been out of this start once. Oh, no, they haven't been out of this start once before. They had a remote start in the quarterfinals. They were this arena start in the semi-finals.
Yeah, now we have it confirmed as well. Fabian Abersol disqualified, and Zoltan Budozo with a miss punch. At least it's on the results. Haven't had it from the jury. Or we have it from the jury about the Abersols.
Yeah, that was very clear, I think, both in the picture and in the GPS tracking. Okay, a few different routes here for the athletes, and
different routes here out from control 1.
Yeah, Mikkel's working hard here from Belgium.
Taking the stairs.
I mean, Yannick Mikkels not made a final yet in the knockout sprint. He's so much better at the individual. Will it be his day today? We will wait and see.
It's kind of easy to relax a little bit on the first 4 controls. We all know it's not going to be the decisive part of the course.
Yeah, and they all kind of follow then onto this easterly-most route towards the top of the picture. Perrin, the only one going the other way. It's easy to, I think, to see the routes here on the way into number 2. And you can use some of that time to prepare the way to number 3, but then not to number 5.
You should prepare to number 5 if you have the time, but of course you have to see the struggle there. I mean, it doesn't help if you start to prepare and you think, okay, I'm going to take the stairs to the left or to the right or just straight ahead, but you can't,
At
as we all know.
first glance, it looks like a really easy control, you know?
I mean, you can kind of smell that there's something going on at this control, but then you think, okay, it's a multi-level. I can take the stairs up on the next level and then it's rather easy. But yeah, it's not that easy. So this is the part where we had the first mistake by Abersol. Very soon they're gonna approach this area around control 4 and 5. And I think this the fact that so many struggle so much with 4 to 5 leads to more mistakes later on as well, because they are nervous, they are stressed, I mean, it's always this feeling, you don't really know is anyone ahead. You know that you have been at the same place for about half a minute. You feel uncomfortable on this course. It's hard to restart, and then, yeah, of course, then mistakes happen. And here we have first runner, I think it is Perrin, is it?
I think you're...
Then it's...
Yeah, Perrin, then French Jonas. Let's have a look.
Let's see here, Perrin. Everyone is hesitating. Oh, there's one runner.
Somebody's got it.
2 runners.
The green route, I think.
Who is it? Who is
They
it?
all go the same way. Someone's, I think
Perrin
it's
still.
Perrin's hesitating here.
Yeah. Michels, I think, has
doesn't
it.
trust.
And Van Krusenquerner. They got it. They are on the green route. Are they?
Yeah, it was definitely Perrin who I guess didn't trust that the others had a
Still
good
have
route.
runners there.
But I do think the green one's the easiest to see.
Yeah.
As we look back towards the arena, you can see there in the top right-hand side. So Michels and Van Krusenquerner, I think it was Yannick maybe who got it first.
Yeah, I think so too.
Either way,
But
they're
all of
close.
them, I think none is out yet, even if it's about 10 seconds from Michels to Perrin.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you there. There's, they've done that one quite well.
It is kind of an advantage if there's not 2 or 3 runners from the very beginning running in different directions, because then it's a bit easier to keep the overview and to track one runner that seems to have it under control.
But the thing is, if all of them are doing that, you know, then that makes it really tricky. Here's Yannick Michels, then Isaac Van Krusenquerner, the last hope of the Swiss men, then French Jonas, then Araujo, then we've got Perrin, I think.
Yeah.
And so Michele Lejnik is actually the last one to go through, but it's pretty close here. As you said, nobody's out of it yet.
Well, it's quite a gap, but it's not decided by any matter. And it was actually, I think Michels was the quickest one in all 3 of the semi-finals here to take the decision.
Yeah, now it's super calm here, I think, at the start of this race. Michels and Van Krusenquerner picked, you know, picking up the pace, and you can see it is fast here. They really are pushing, aren't they? And I think you can see, I mean, if you're Yannick, he knows he's not, you know, he's not the youngest guy. He's not got the really, really fastest pace. So I think he's hoping to run the navigation out of the other.
There's a mistake.
A very small one. And going all the way through here. Good route choice here from these athletes, because they're going to take, we think this is the fastest one here.
And I mean, you said he knows he's not the quickest one. I'm not sure if I agree with you. I think he's still decent speed, and does it really matter how quick you are on 5,000 meters?
He's not the fastest one. I think he doesn't think a knockout sprint is his thing, like having a sprint finish at the end.
The quickest one from the last control in, I might agree on that.
That's what I mean.
But
yeah.
in this competition here, it's really, I mean, how many decisions have we seen from the last control in? It's like, didn't happen at any point, so it's like definitely a good chance for him to make it to the final and maybe even get a medal here today.
So Michels, then Isaac Van Krusenquerner, and they're on their way down the hill towards the arena passage.
And I think Van Krusenquerner actually is a very interesting name here for this knockout sprint. Kind of a dark horse a little bit, but definitely has the skill to get a medal.
And he's been a finalist a couple of times as well. They're coming back together though, really, aren't they, here?
And now they really got together again.
And I think it's only the Polish athlete, Michele Lejnik, who's so happy to make it through to the semi-final. The one off the back here, and now Van Krusenquerner is going to go into the lead here as they're all reading their maps here through this arena passage.
You can see how Michels let Van Krusenquerner go ahead there. He really didn't want to take the lead.
So many tactics here, and Jonas now is trying to get ahead of Michels.
At this point here, there's, yeah, exactly, I was just about to say, there's one turn, it looks like an entrance.
I think that's a slightly shorter route from these.
Ooh,
hang on, is it?
That
No.
was very close for. Aro Aho running into this pole there.
It's fairly even here for these athletes. It's actually more important, I think, which way you go 10 to 9 to 10. Yannick will come from the other end of that passage. You could just see him coming through.
His advantage is that he can continue into the same direction.
Yeah.
For Perrin.
So pick them up at the 10th control and run with them to the 11th. Still a route choice here.
Yeah, now it was von Krusenquena. I didn't see Yannick Michels. Here he is.
Yannick Michels, I think, did a good route from 9 to 10. And he's fighting here. These are von Krusenquena, then Perrin, then Jonas, then Aroaho in 5th place. And the top 3 have a small gap here. Will they go the same way? They are at the moment.
If they all go the same way, there's almost no chance for Aho to get ahead. It's going to be, I think, between von Krusenquena, Perrin and Michels. And let's see now if you were right about Michels' last meters, because it can be the first time here today where we have a decision on the very last meters.
So it's tricky to know where the last control is. It's just, are they going to get it right here? There they go, here they come, and Perrin's fighting here against Michels.
And here you were definitely right about it.
So von Krusenquena is going to make it through to the final. Yannick Michels is fighting, but it's going to be Perrin who makes it through. Who is punching the air here. This is so close. And Jonas there, and Aho not with the pace there. And for me, I could get the sense that Michels is wanting to make it a fast race because I think he doesn't think he's got the speed on this.
You have to say he was a bit unlucky because in any other of the semi-finals, I think he would have made it.
But I think it was almost that route out of the last control, like up the stairs. Perrin just like had that little burst of acceleration and then just maintained that gap all the way down the run-in.
I'm happy my pick made it for once.
Perrin, yeah.
But as I said, Isaac von Krusenquena, he is good for a medal today. He's he's been solid in everything he did this week so far. In a way, we haven't seen him for quite a long time.
I mean, since he won the World Championships in 2021.
But he had so many struggles with injuries and stuff, and now he seems to be back. He seems to be in good physical shape, and he's
proving it wasn't just a fluke to win that World Championships in 5 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of a strange race.
It was a strange race.
No, but I mean, you get the feeling that he's very calm about everything. He doesn't get stressed in stressful situations, and I think that's a very good skill to have today.
So, Mathieu Perrin and Isaac von Krusenquena join Guillaume Verove, Cooper Hawley, Axeli Ruhola, and Timo Suter into the final. That was the last few meters of the race, with Perrin just getting it there ahead of Yannick Michels. And it's going to be a very exciting couple of finals that we've got. 2 French guys making it through there, Guillaume Verove and Mathieu Perrin. With Cooper Hawley, I did think one of the Swiss would make it. I didn't know who. It is Timo Suter. He's also been at a European final as well. And as you can see, I mean, long times being run there from these athletes. We had those 2 disqualifications. Zoltan Bidoso missed out of control. Fabian Abersold ran through some out of bounds. But my goodness me, I don't think I've ever seen a semi-final like it.
Yeah, it was very intense,
and
not only for the runners but also for us. There's so many things happening on 10 minutes of running time. It's incredible.
And apparently there were some discussions about whether to have this course as the final or whether to have it as the semi-final.
I'm happy we have it as a semi-final, even though I have to say now we lost quite many of the favorites due to this. Well, I can't say that we lost Fosser due to the the not so-called trap in the middle of the course. He really played it away in the... But that could have happened anywhere, basically.
So here is the confirmation of those advanced through to the final for the women's course. The big shocks really is Simona Aebersold not making it through with a mistake on the very end of the, no, hang on, making it through the arena passage. She went to the last control instead.
And Lucy Dietrich playing it away on the last meters.
Yeah, she should have been there.
Totally sleeping.
Totally sleeping, and she was caught on the line by Lily Gray, but I mean, fair play to her. Hedvig Valbjørn Goodison was disqualified for impeding Caroline Olsen, so Olsen got advanced. And then, yeah, I mean, we just had a mistake from Hannah Lundberg at the end, so really, yeah, I mean, so interesting, and it's going to be an intense final as well, I think, here in these races. So. Whew, so much drama in these semi-finals. We've still got the two finals to come where the athletes have been preparing and are ready to go very soon for the next ones. Going to hear from one of the athletes.
Here with Hannah Lundberg, just knocked out after a close semi-final. A little mistake towards the end. What's your general experience of the race?
Yeah, you don't have time for that kind of mistakes in the end of a knockout. That's, everyone knows that. So yeah, I'm not so happy with that. But at the same time, we have one Swede in the final, so I'm really happy for Karo.
And what happened there towards the end?
Yeah, I was too, I don't know how in Sweden we say het på gröten, but I guess it's like I want to kill this. So then I lost a bit of the focus on the orienteering, and that's, yeah, the small mistakes have a really big, yeah, it's a really big difference in the end then.
That's all, Hannah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, one small mistake made the difference for Hannah Lundberg. Let's hear from Kasper Fosser as well.
Okay, so Kasper Fosser, you were leading until the very end, and then everything flipped for you in the final meters. What happened in your semi-final?
Yeah, I mean, far before the finish, I thought me and Oxley had it. It looked like it was only us, and I had a big enough gap behind, so I was running quite safely, and suddenly Sultan is ahead of me from another route, and I just get really stressed. I see the marked route to the arena passage, and I see the arena passage control, and it looks just like the finish, so I just take it and follow the marked route. Yeah, it's mostly my fault, but it's I mean, they should really close the marked route to the arena passage when you pass there, and it's so weird to have to run through a marked course that's not the finish wrap, and it's nothing on the map, and I end up having to do 2 hurdles over 2 fences and running through a crowd, because it's on the map there's nothing there, and lose even more time. So it's silly that it's always stuff like this happening on a knockout, and yeah, I was pretty mad in the finish, but now I've managed to calm down a bit, and have to look forward to tomorrow.
And how big a disappointment is it to you again to be knocked out before the final?
It's really disappointing. I think I would have had a really great chance today. I think I showed that most of the course on the semi, and also in the quarterfinal, that I had something to do in the final as well. So yeah, but that's how knockout is. It's hard to control everything, and small things can make a huge difference. And today I just didn't make it.
And how did you like that? The very intricate passage in the beginning of the course with the multi-level. What did you make of that?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I mean, I managed to understand that you couldn't get straight to the control quite quickly, but still I made some mistakes. But no one else manages to find any good route, and I end up figuring it out and doing it quite well. But yeah, it's quite chaotic. But I mean, it's possible to find the way, so it's fair enough. But a bit chaotic, I would say.
That's all. Thank you so much, Kasper.
Thank you.
Kasper Fosser there. We did have him amongst our favourites, and we thought it would suit him.
Well, I agree with him that he would have deserved the place in the final. I don't really agree with him that it wasn't clear from. I mean, he didn't read to the last control. He read kind of towards the direction, and he took the first control that showed up. Now you can argue, of course, you can't see on the map you have when you have flipped. Of course, it's not marked the run-in, the arena passage from one, but at the same time, I mean,
Why should you remove the previous control? You shouldn't remove the
No, you
previous
can't
control.
do that. I mean, there are other controls out there as well from the final, or you often have other controls in the forest. I don't really agree with this one, but he didn't do the orienteering to the last control.
Right, well, there will be loads of discussions, I'm sure, about this final at home, about this knockout, but we're going to move on to the final now. We're going to start with the women and take a look at the map. And yet again, no forkings, no gaffles. It's one straight course for everybody. Jonas, talk us through it.
We have a map change and not a map flip. It's going to be a map change here. So we're starting into a kind of similar area as we had the semi-final. It is tricky here. You have route choices all the way. Then this is interesting because we're on the top of a hill to 5 and 6. Then the map change at between control 6 and 7, and then the second loop here with quite many route choice possibilities. Here, I think the quickest one is again to avoid the uphill, so go out to the left around a little bit, and then short controls towards control 10 and 11. They closed this passage. If you have been with us for the quarterfinal and the semi-final, you might have seen this passage there was open before. Now it's closed, so you can't go up straight to 11. There's a route choice there. It's not as tricky. I don't expect it to be so much drama as it was in the semi-final. Everything here is doable. There's no multi-level in the way as it was in the semi-final. So I think this is going to be a less dramatic but still very intense final. And here we have an example of control 1 to 2 with different route choice options. The red one might be the easiest to execute. It's a bit further, but you don't have the stairs and the curves. The difference about 60 meters. So let's see what they take. In the beginning, I think they were gonna, now with this kind of backpack they have with them, backpack, it's like from the semi-final. They might take it easy here and not risk too much in the beginning and see what's happening and not overdoing it in the beginning. I think we're going to see quite a calm first 1-2 controls, and then they will turn up towards the end. And also, I mean, the fact is that we have runners. We don't really have the biggest of the big favorites in the final, especially not in the men's race. So it's going to be very interesting how those runners behave that would be very, very satisfied with a medal if we would have asked them after the qualification, and now suddenly they're in the final. How are they going to behave here in the final? Route choice here, you see the red one is the longest one, but you have almost no climbing, and I think it's actually a very, very good option to take. And also here, have to be careful, have to go out of this, backyard, take a few curves here.
Yeah, it's opportunities to cut through, cut across. There's the control.
They've been in this area here already at the semi-final. This is then up to the last control, the different options.
So this is really crucial. Look at the differences between this one. They both have to go, well, one of them avoids some stairs, the blue one.
Yeah, and you can see the distance, 249, 278. If you take the red one, you have no chance.
Unless everybody takes the red one.
Yeah,
so,
or if they do a mistake executing it. But it's, I mean, you have both the longer distance and stairs should be quicker.
So Cécile Calandru from France is the European champion, made the final at the World Champs as well. Lily Graeber is her first World Championships. For me, the big outsider in this race. Everybody else, you could have thought, yes, you have potential to make it to the final. Malin Ugly Christiansen made the final in the Swiss World Cup as well, super fast. Here is Pia Jongvik, the European sprint champion, the world sprint champion. What can she do in the knockout? The silver medalist from WOC in Edinburgh 2 years ago, Caroline Olsen, is up for a fight here. And we also have Teresa Roturier from Czechia, many times making the top flight. She took her WOC best ever result to the 4th place a few days ago. She's got a bronze medal at the World Cup final in Uster. And nerves here in the arena as we count down. We've got loads of crowds, loads of flags here in this arena to cheer the athletes out of the start. From this group of 6, we will have 3 medalists and 1 world champion. And they get their first chance to look at the map. They only have half of it though, because they have a map exchange later on at control number 6. And what will they do? Will they stay together?
It's quite a calm beginning here. I mean, there's no need to rush. Try to get your nerves under control. Take the first steps here. Take this passage. A few of the runners have taken it before. You have to go up and down if you take this one.
Yeah, so this is a route where you go, it's the shortest one, but you do go up and down. So you go down here, then back across and up very soon as well. But this bit, very easy to execute this control to number 1, and they'll be looking ahead at controls number 2 and 3.
Still everyone together here.
Who's being the most active here? This is Marlin Egevi Christensen.
We have 5 runners.
Yeah.
So he's not there. Lily Graber is there. Olsson is there. Egevi Christensen, Couturier. Pierre Youngvik is not there. Yeah, you can see it there on the GPS, of course. We could have just watched the GPS and not the picture down to the right. Different routes here. She avoids the climb behind, a couple of meters behind, but of course she had quite a convenient run there without any climbing, almost no climbing.
Yeah.
But not the best position now.
So they'll take these small streets and climb up the steps here. Up, 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 and they're faced with a barrier. They've got to go left and then right. They're all back together. That's the barrier, that's what it looks like in the terrain. All climbing here. They're going to, again, be looking further ahead, I think.
They can't put big barriers there because, of course, it was open in the semi-final. You have to be quick to close it. So it's just a tape on the ground.
And of course, you've got to let the non-orienteers through there as well. Yeah. But big, big climb up here. It's not the last of the climbing on this course.
Still, the speed is not too high. It's quite calm jog here. You can see no one really wants to take the lead. They're walking away from the control. Couturier taking a look back. Is everyone following? Yes. Then we can continue in this speed.
Yeah, no problems there for this
Sometimes
crowd.
I wonder, it could be a tactic to tend to drop down 2 or 3 meters and then suddenly go away from the field without them noticing.
What, being at the back of the pack and going into... Yeah, I think that's what we saw in a lot of the quarterfinals, like when Sienoja disappeared off the back. Though she did it very early on. But it's Marlin Egevi Christensen, then Teresa Roturier, then we have got Lily Graber, then we have got Pia Youngvik, then Caroline Olsen, and then we have Cécile Calandry with a ribbon in her hair at the back of this pack. But everybody close together here. They're all going the same way. This is quite an easy one to see here. It's quite tricky just in and around the circle. You've got to be very clever here. But this bit was a bit that's been open in a lot of old maps. They should be well prepared. Just go very left.
Yeah, to go to the left straight after.
Yeah, no problems there for any of these women. And not too fast here. We can see it's now Marlin Egevi Christensen just at the front, and now they have a fairly easy control here. You could go straight on.
But now I think they have to turn up because different routes now. There's no...
They're going to come back together very, very soon, though. The others will approach from the left.
They will be pushing a bit harder now because they can't see the others.
Now they're going a different route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that, of course. You could have continued.
Yeah. They're both valid routes. Let's see if it mixes things up. This next control is on
might be a bit quicker to go up here.
Yeah, I think so. The next control's on a tree, and you kind of have to climb a couple of steps up. I have a very long reach, this control,
so
which
the
you can see ahead of you.
from the other direction, so it was definitely quicker here. Where are they?
There
here
they are. I mean, pretty much back together again.
And they're splitting up again. Now you can go to the left or to the right. There's quite a big climb waiting for them.
Lily Graber here was the last one to reach that control for me. She's a little bit too far behind.
But then she came back again because she was there quite early.
Maybe she didn't think she punched it properly. So Pia Youngvik is the one who's going to go, actually take a little bit more climb, but she's going to go not on the stairs.
And it's already the second time that we see Pia Youngvik going differently compared to the others. She's clearly active. So if you go to the right, you can take this small shortcut there just before the control.
Yeah, the sort of path through the
stairs here.
Yeah, and they're all going to take that one. very equal, these controls. Here comes Pia Young. Where's Pia Young-Vik? There she is from the opposite direction.
She's
She's lost a little bit of time there.
And then now we have control 6. It's an easy one. And then the map change.
Yeah, 6 is fairly easy, so is 7, but they go down the steps towards control 7, and it's going to be quite hard to go down those steps and then plan ahead to control number 8, which is the longest control of the course. So they're running different slightly routes here, but both good.
It's fairly the same.
Yeah, so they discard their map at control 6.
Threw away the map. They have been here at the quarterfinal at this turn. If you remember, one of the loops turned up there at the tree.
There's a lot of construction there. They're going to pick up the next map.
And it is still Augervik Kristiansson ahead of Roturier. Everyone still together except for Lily Graber.
The control
if they are hesitating like they're now, there's maybe a chance for Lily Graber to get back here. Oh, that was very good for her. The gallantry coming from the other way. They're hesitating, of course. I mean, it slows them down. They have to read the map again after the map change. They couldn't prepare it, so good opportunity for Lily Graber to get back.
And this control here, you can see they're all taking, dropping down the slope here. They will pick up the blue route. Of course, they can start on the blue and then cut up the hill to go towards the brown or the green. I think they will probably stay low because it's very similar to what they did in the semi-finals. This kind of route choice staying low. No, sorry, in the quarterfinals.
Yeah. It's a very similar route choice. It's a bit longer than it was in the quarterfinals, but it's the same idea. Can go to the left and see some climbing, a couple of meters climb.
And now here we want to look, who's reading their map, who's preparing the last stage, the last part of the course, because they're all together here and they know some of them are going to back their run, some of them are going to say, okay, I need to take the right route choice here.
And of course, you couldn't prepare the last control before the map change, so it's the first time here. You have the possibility, but it's quite a long leg where you have time to prepare. You can see Gallantry reading the map very, very carefully. You wouldn't need to read the map that carefully at this point. She's definitely preparing the next controls.
Yeah, this part is fairly easy to execute, this long leg. You go through this kind of walled section and then up the hill. Lily Graber just not quite with the pace of the other women here. And then there are a few route choices. You've got to check, you've got to get the same route, the correct route into 9. That shouldn't be too hard to see. But then the route choice to 10, route choice to 11.
And remember that you have to turn at control 10. You have to back out again from the control, otherwise you will lose time. Different route choices then. But it seems, it was a micro route choice. Let's see if this turns up the speed a bit on the course, in the field here.
Who's that here? Young-Vik outside?
I think it was Gallantry ahead of Graber. Was it? Yeah. Also going down there, one earlier. Here we have Gallantry ahead of Roturier, Pia Young-Vik, everyone together still. Graber a couple of meters behind. So now this is the third to last control, and the next one again back out from the control,
So they're coming back through here. They've got to go take the sharp right. They do. They're all going the same route. They've got to wiggle around a barrier here, right and then left, and then across the walled section to the 10th control. And then the next section is the key one. You've got to go.
Yeah, backing out. Everyone backing out. Not Lily Graber.
So Lily
she has
Graber
to
going
do
to go the other way.
something. I'm not surprised, but she misses the steps as well, so she has no chance here.
But 5 women here on the correct route choice, and I can't see who.
I think it is Pia Young-Vik ahead of
Malin Egevik Christiansen.
Yeah, and then it's Roturier.
Yep, absolutely. Then it is Olsen, and then it is Calandry.
But your eyes on Caroline Olsen. She usually is very strong on the last meters.
It's so narrow here, it's so hard to overtake. They've got climb as well. But Malin Egevik Christiansen is in the lead, and it looks like it is Roturier, and it looks like it is Olsen's in there as well. It's a tricky last control. It's in a different place.
Look at Olsen.
Pia Young-Vik is losing difficulty here. Oh, and they're all clattering here. They all get the last control. And then Olsen is ahead. Look at Olsen here. She's got ahead of the others.
Now it's
Roturier. He's going to take the win today.
think
Vic
she
is
is.
right there on the line as well.
I think she is in second.
Pia Young-Vic and Olsen. It's been given to Olsen, but Teresa Roturier from Czechia takes her first ever world medal, and it is the gold. She put herself in the right position. She had the legs. That was incredible. She's going to go get the download, I think, as quickly as she can.
Very interesting. I mean, she was never really up there. She was kind of playing it safe. She was in the group. She was in a good position all the way. And I didn't really see that one coming, that she has the nerves and the fighting kind of aura in herself to just put the others and put the arms around out and kind of get it over the finish line.
She was in the right position. She got ahead of, Olsen was just one position further back. I think she had too many people to overtake.
But something really happened to Teresa Roturier towards the last kind of races, the last season, and especially this year. You could feel something happened. She's very much closer to the best athletes. She is there. She's in good shape. Well, she didn't win anything, but you could feel she's getting closer, closer. And today, well,
she's always been good, but she's made an
so
extra
many years. She's been good.
And
but
she was racing here as a junior at the World Championship. She's been on the scene for so many years.
But the gap up to Abersold and the others, Alexandersson, Pia Young-Vic, was just too big. You couldn't really see that so many runners would kind of drop out that she could take over and win. But now this season you could feel, okay, she's so close. If something happens in the top, she has the chance to take it. You can see it here. This is the map change really from here.
Pia Young-Vic take a few different route choices there, and I don't think it paid off for her particularly. Well, I mean, she really didn't have the pace at the end.
She was in the mix, she was in the fight. It wasn't a bad race by her. In the end, only one athlete can win it, and we had like almost everyone in the mix until the very last meters. You could see Lily Grabe, she even went back again to the other route choice. She was behind, you could see that coming. Let's hear then from the new world champion, from Teresa Roturier.
I'm here with the new world champion, Teresa Roturier. World champion, how does that feel? Congratulations.
Honestly, can you just make me up? I know I have some strength kick for the knockouts, but I've been having some maybe bad luck or just failing in the many past years, like a lot of semi-finals at the World Champs. So when I make it to the final, I was just happy and just like, come on, it's a new race. Just enjoy it, play it tactically well, and somehow maybe also my legs were just supporting me, I don't know, but it was great. And then I was ready for the last part, play tactically well, trust my final kick, and in the end it was not even chest to chest, so I could enjoy it, and still I cannot believe it.
No, and why do you think it went so well for you?
Sorry?
Why do you think it went so well in the final?
It's hard to analyze it so fast, but I think maybe making my my head cool and being calm down all the time. I mean, there were some moments when, of course, it's coming to my mind, it's World Champs, you should push, but at the same time I just had fun. It was cool, and this is maybe some knockout finals I've been aiming for to do, and I just did it, and it's incredible.
You did. Incredible. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Teresa.
Thank you. So a Czech gold medal. These are the last stages then, and it was a fight there at that last control.
You could see that Olsen tried to close it a bit by just running into the control and cutting the way from the others,
but it wasn't successful. And look at that! She was expecting it to be even closer than that. She said she could enjoy those.
Yeah, but the thing is that Olsen, by doing this, she opened the gap to Roturier. She made it possible for her. I mean, of course she made it easier for herself to win a medal. And I don't say it was unfair. I mean, if you place the control there, that's going to happen. But you could see that she tried, and look at this photo. It was very, very tight.
And look at the lean there. That's a proper athletics lean from Pia Young-Vic. We're just slightly left of the finish line here, a commentary position. But goodness me, it is Caroline Olsen with the silver and Pia Young-Vic with the bronze. And we've still got the men's finals to come, and we should introduce these men properly because Guillaume Verove already has a medal. He's looking for another one. It is Exeli Rohala, European bronze medalist. Isaac von Krusenfuerner making it through to the final. A really great run from him. Timo Suter, a European finalist. But the biggest shock, Cooper Hawley here, didn't even qualify for the individual sprint. His second World Championships, and Mathieu Perrin as well, making his sprint walk debut. He was top 10 in the individual sprint, and now he will certainly be in the top 6. Here they go.
Let's be honest,
race will this be?
no matter who's going to win this one, it's going to be a surprise, kind of a surprise. It's none of the biggest favorites in this final. It's going to be so interesting to follow that, because I mentioned it before. Many of the athletes, I think, after the qualification would have been happy with a medal in this race. How are they going to behave now when they have the biggest possibility in their lives to get a gold medal?
And I think that was one of the French athletes going off to the right.
Cooper Hawley went there to the right from the very beginning.
Oh yeah, Cooper Hawley and one of the French guys, Timo Suter. I think it's Perrin, maybe? Have you got the GPS tracking up?
Yeah, but it's a bit behind.
As they take a different route then
It's
towards
Perrin.
control number 1. It was Perrin. So Perrin, Suter and Hawley taking the more direct route to number 1, but it has got those stairs.
For the race, it would be so good if it would differ like 3 or 4 seconds between the two routes, because it would force everyone to keep the speed high. Not only the ones behind, of course, because the ones in front, they would like to kind of preserve this lead then. And it would make it a bit more likely that they miss as well. And you can see that there are a couple of seconds between the first group and the second group. Let's see how they decide now towards the second control. Everyone's going on the same routes.
Yeah, and they all come back together. As you can see,
Also
taking the
here.
stairs there.
That's the route we have seen in the women's race as well, executed by, I think, all of the runners.
So Cooper Hawley in the lead. Then we have Perrin. And then we've got Suter, then Verove, then Ruhala, then von Krusenfuerner from Sweden, all together here. And this final doesn't have as many tricks as we saw in the semis. Still, there's tricky route choices that you really have to execute properly. The green one, hard to see that that's the shortest. Will they do that? Are they splitting up? I think they are. They're going the green one.
Ah, missed it. It's the route area. Of course, if you go from the top, you have to go around.
Yeah, so they'll go underneath the road
then
here.
that Verhoeven is on a totally different route to control 3.
Yeah, will he lose time here as they go towards...
But it's a good thing, because again, it's going to keep the speed high in the group.
There's the control.
There's Verhoeven. He lost time here.
Yeah, he lost a lot of time here, actually.
Now it's
to make the change,
going
turn.
to be difficult for him to close the gap again. Soon we're going to be at control 4 and 4 to 5. Then is the uphill.
Yeah, and part of the racing this knockout sprint is managing all the rounds. It's 30 degrees here. You've got to keep cool between the rounds. You've got to have good legs, as fresh legs as you can possibly have. Liz didn't have the qualification today either.
And still we have Cooper Hawley in the lead. He's very active in this final. It's wonderful to see, actually, that he's not just kind of disappearing in the group. He's showing his colors in front.
You've got to do it. I've seen so many times runners be at the front in the semi-finals and then think they can't do that in the final.
And
they
I mean,
absolutely can.
Tim Robertson said it in the semi-final. He was so strong physically as well. So he's definitely a speed to be, well, not one of the worst runners here in the field, at least. So if you have the legs, of course, why not?
And they're all back together here. They find this little path through the forest, as it were.
And I mean, on the first part of the course, you can still be active. In the second part, if you want to win it, I would like to see the runners disappear a little bit for a couple of seconds to plan ahead, to prepare for the last decisive leg.
Well, the two French guys have taken the route without the steps. They'll appear from the left, as you can see there, Verhoeven and Perrin. Both of them avoiding the stairs. It's a little bit further, but you can, of course, get ready for that map exchange as well. So they won't have been able to plan the last few legs because they've only got this part of the map. So they've exchanged their map out of view of the camera, and now they're here, still Cooper Hawley in the lead.
The risk for Cooper Hawley now is that the others force him to do the job in the lead, and they will then start preparing it. But now he lets Isaac van Kruijsen
Very
go
slow
ahead.
and calm into this one. They know they've got a long route choice next.
There's Cooper Hawley. Yeah, they're disappearing
One of
up
them stays
there.
high. And I think they're going to take different routes here.
Yeah, and I
stayed
think it's going to be quicker for the group we see here, because they try to avoid the climbing. Cooper Hawley and the others, they will be climbing.
So it's Suter who takes the top route.
It's 440 meters. It's not that much of a climb. It's 3 contours, but still.
And it's only 2.5 meter contours, you'll be pleased to know.
But I mean, almost 10 meters to climb. It is kind of distance if you roll it out on a flat field.
So there's the 2 groups then, Suter ahead of Hawley.
He has to be careful in order to not let that gap grow too much. Get a bit closer again, try to take the back of Timo Suter.
So they're on the way to the 8th control here. And they've got to go kind of through this section.
My feeling is that he's struggling, starts to struggle a bit physically, otherwise there's no reason to have a gap of 10 meters.
So they will come out of here, go towards the left. We'll see who makes it through to this control 8 first. And I think it will be that gap. Look, I mean, the group that went.
It's going to be the
Stay
group of
flat
4
are do
for
much
sure.
better here. So
Here
Van Kruijsen and Rohela. Then we have Perrin and
split up again.
Verove.
And now I think it's between the 4 of them for the medals, because we didn't have the others punching at. So the gap is 8 seconds, split up here again.
Yeah, and Hawley is a little bit off the back now here. The gap is growing even more. We haven't got the punch from the Australian. There they are, going into the kind of sports pitch, I guess, area.
So next control is going to be the decisive one. Who's going to back out from the controls? Do we have any runner?
Oh, Perrin suddenly dropped behind
I
here.
think the medals are between the 3 of the runners you see here.
So Van Kruijsen, Rohela and Verove are the athletes you see in the picture here. And they do have a small gap on the other athletes.
And
they're taking their route towards control number 10.
Remember that you have to back out from the control. Shortcut there by the camera operator. And look at this now. Not backing out. Is there anyone going to the... Now let's hope that there is the runner. It's Timo Suter, and this is the possibility for him to get closer again. So let's see, this is going to be very interesting. Is it enough? There's fall by Isaac van Kruijsen.
He's tripped over the escape ramp there, and he's now back into 3rd.
But a very interesting question now. How big is the difference between the routes? We haven't seen that in the women's race yet.
No, Will Suter have done a good job. He's certainly found the shorter route choice. We think
and now
it's
he's going to push it all he can. He has a chance to win a medal here. I think he's going to win it.
I think it could be good for Timo Suter taking the right route choice here.
See.
We don't pay too much attention to the GPS trackers of the other guys.
This is going to be so tight.
Here is Verove. Then it is Rohela.
There's Suter.
There is Suter. There he is. It's not enough for Timo Suter. And will Guillaume Verove be the world champion? He absolutely will. The Frenchman all the way to the line. It is Rohela getting the silver. Van Kruijsen getting the bronze. And Guillaume Verove from France, after making it into the final, the Switzerland and Swedish World Cups, he's taken the win. He upgrades it from a silver medal in a sprint. He is now the world champion in knockout, and he did a great job. Cooper Hawley got in the line. Great work from him, giving lots of love to the crowd there and thanking them for the support.
And the difference of the route choices was about 3 seconds. It was not quite enough for Suter, but it was very, very good decision by him to back out there again and here. I mean, we have seen it in the sprint. We've seen it in the sprint, individual sprint. Guillaume Verove is in the shape of his life. And what a run here, such a good performance throughout the course. Actually, Ruola did a great race there as well.
Yeah, another great race. He's got a European bronze medalist, now a world silver, showing he is really good in those in the knockout. People do kind of become specialists in this. And he really can't believe that he has that silver medal. You know, you make it through to the final. That is the tripping. Oh, I don't know what he tripped over.
I think that could have cost him the gold medal,
I think it might have done. He tripped over his own feet there. It's hard to see. But it was Verove then who could capitalise on that. Look at that great speed coming through. He knows he has got it. At this point, he's not looking back. He can celebrate crossing the line. So too can the Finn, Akseli Ruohola. But great work from Verove. 2 medals here at this World Championships here in Italy. And just getting the download there as well, making sure it's all fine. And then in the end, those 2 finals, well, you know, the women stayed together, the men really split up here.
Yeah, it was more interesting to follow the men's race. I think it's a lot due to the fact that they split up to the first control, and it actually made a difference by a couple of seconds because it forced everyone to turn up the speed. They couldn't really be jogging. The group ahead, they tried to keep the gap and the others tried to close it, and then led to different route choices and an active race here. All the way to it was kind of neutralized here at control 6. You could see it then at control 7. Everyone kind of paused, but then again restarted directly due to the fact that they split on different routes. Here we lost.
This was quite decisive.
Yeah, I think that Suter actually would have had a chance to win this race if he had followed the others, because
if he'd followed the others and taken the better route choice.
It was clearly the worst route here, and then he had a better one to 9, getting a bit closer again, and then you had a really good one to 11. I thought it would differ about 5 seconds. Now it differed 3. He would have needed 6. So.
Wow. Okay, that's a fantastic result then for the French team, making it a world medalist. They've been so good in their races. Let's hear from the winner. Let's hear from Guillaume Verove.
And here with the new world champion, Guillaume Verove. Congratulations so much. Silver on Tuesday, gold today. What's in your head right now?
I don't know. I think I'm in the best shape of my life. I thought legs were quite tired this morning, and the quarterfinal was already a big goal, but I didn't expect to win today.
And what was your tactics going through the final?
I don't know exactly. We knew that we could probably go on the same difficult area than in the semi-final, so I was really open in my mind, and hopefully I knew exactly what to do in the end. And Isaac sadly felt a little bit, and Akseli hesitated, so yeah, it was the time to push. And even if I had no legs, I couldn't let the title go.
And how have you hit this amazing shape just for the World Champs?
I don't know. We did a really nice training with the French team. Quentin Moulet did a really nice map with Street View, and we knew exactly what were the traps, and we were really prepared for this.
Congratulations again, Guillaume.
Thank you, thank you.
So Guillaume Verove, the new world champion in the knockout sprint, and just capitalising where other people were hesitating, keeping himself in the right position all the way around the race, surviving as well that incredibly tricky semi-final, where actually it was really interesting to see all the athletes thought it was fair, that multi-level bit. You know, at least in the interviews we heard, they were complaining more about the arena run through.
Well,
where they messed
that's
up.
what they say officially. I think I can understand if you argue that it's very hard to see that it's 2 levels up and not only 1 level, because how would you highlight this on the orienteering map? But I think the fact that everyone struggled with it and it was the first one fine. I don't think the problem was to see that it's 2 levels up. The problem was then to find a way to come 2 levels up.
Honestly,
and then you have to keep calm and plan backwards.
I was sat in the commentators meeting for minutes, and I wasn't even running, looking at trying to find out where you can actually go to that route choice, and I didn't find the fastest one. It was
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't have to find too fast. Today
just
you
to find
did, you
any,
would
just to find anyone.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Anyway, we were going to have our flower ceremonies very shortly then for the women's race and for the men's race. I can see all the women's medalists just preparing and getting ready to go, finding the flowers and everything for our flower ceremonies. But this is how it was then. A recap then of the the semi-finals, with the athletes making it through after such a tricky semi-final. And really all 3 rounds, very different characteristics to them. And that for me is what makes a knockout sprint. It's being able to cope with whatever the planner throws at you. And we know they're gonna, planners more and more and more are gonna throw the whole rule book at you. Even if sometimes that is 3 races that are completely unforked. You've got to be able to be consistently good at all of them.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes it's very different kind of races you see throughout a season. Today, you have a city that offers so much. I mean, even without the multi-level thing, you have the possibility to have 2 or 3 different route choices to any control and to keep the runners occupied, to have legs without any dead spaces or dead time. They have to do orienteering from the very beginning to the finish. And if you have this, you don't need to build in traps. Now in this, I think that's a bit what the runners feel with the semi-final, that it would not have needed it.
Yeah.
It happened and it stressed them a lot, and the feeling is it's not unfair, but
it was a bit excessive.
You could have done it without. But I think it was very interesting for us. It was very, very much drama.
Exciting. And then here are our medalists then from today. So in 3rd place, it came down to a photo finish. Pia Youngvik from Norway takes the bronze medal, European silver, and now bronze at the World Championships. Yes, I know you're complaining that the numbers are the wrong way round, but she gets the bronze medal. Another great performance, a silver and a bronze at these championships. And Caroline Olsen, another silver medal for Caroline Olsen. 2 years since her last one. She's gone and had a baby in between. She's come back after her parental leave. She's got back into incredible shape, and she has fought for that medal. But Teresa Roturier, she's been around for so long. She's such a nice athlete to chat to. She's been at the World Champs for so long, but she has raised her game this season. Her first ever world medal, and it is a gold. And the Czech flags are flying in the crowd to appreciate the work that this woman has put into her orienteering.
Yeah, and she's one of the runners. Everyone in the starting field, I think, is quite happy and can totally live with the fact that she is winning a gold medal here. She's such a nice person.
She's a well-liked athlete.
She's well-liked,
yeah. She absolutely is. And she does a lot of work with the Athletes Commission and all of that kind of stuff as well, I think. But there we have it, our 3 medalists from today's knockout sprint World Championships. Only the 3rd time this has ever been held. And now we have a Czech winner. And I'm trying to think when the last time anyone from Czechia has won.
The World Champion, I mean, Krivda won a couple of World Cup races.
Well, we're going to have to chat to our Czech commentators because I'm sure they're gonna know. And there we go. We have our flower ceremony for the women. I mean, orienteering has taken over the centre of Geneva today, and we've got all of these fans out here to really make some big noise and to cheer on their athletes. It's great to see so many flags of different nations around here. And now then we celebrate here the 3 guys, and all of these 3 men are going to be happy to be here. We had those some of the big favourites, I mean, knocked out in the quarterfinals, definitely in the semi-finals as well, where we lost the likes of Krivda, Kasper Fosse, some of the big names, Thomas Heikkila as well, and the bronze medal goes to Sweden. Isaac von Krusenfuhren, after a disappointing overall men's performance, he redeems the Swedish team with the bronze medal today. Another world medal after winning world champs a few years ago. Akseli Rohala will get his first world medal after winning European bronze last year in Belgium in this same competition in the knockout. He's done a fantastic job, but he's made a hesitation, and Guillaume Verove was the one who could capitalise on that. Guillaume Verove from France is the world champion. He has a silver from this competition, and now he has the gold as well. And there you have it, our 3 medal winners and your new world champion here in the men's race. And I think people were looking at him to be in the final. They were thinking about him being in the mix for the medals after fantastic performances the whole season.
Yeah, and look out for the French team tomorrow. They're going to have an incredibly strong relay team.
Yeah, they were so unlucky with a collision with Maël Bovir in the last round of the World Cup. But I've been, we've been saying that they should have a look for the French team to perform well. And with some of the men in Sweden and maybe Switzerland struggling, I think it is absolutely the French opportunity for Team France to do an amazing job here. So there we have it, our 3 medalists, and an exciting afternoon of knockout sprinting then here from the city streets of Geneva. We're going to be back here tomorrow afternoon for the sprint relay, because there's still one more set of medals to be awarded, and the athletes will go away and try and rest up and recover, cool down as well. It's been so hot in this arena. They're going to get ready for the sprint relay tomorrow, where of course we will see Norway, Switzerland, Sweden, Finland, now France trying to challenge here in these really technical and narrow streets right in the centre of Italy. Well, they've put on a show of incredible orienteering already. It's going to be great to see what's going to happen tomorrow with a very exciting sprint relay. Expect some drama, expect some mistakes. We hope you really enjoyed watching this competition today around the streets, watching the knockouts and trying to follow all of the twists and turns and the incredible orienteering being made by all of these athletes. So we will be back with you very shortly for tomorrow and the amazing sprint relay. We will see you then.
See you then.